The Red Sox are now 1-5 on the season. Do you think Red Sox fans are panicking right now? Oh, who am I kidding? Red Sox fans would panic if they were 5-1, as long as the most recent game was the loss. I saw a kid at my daughter's elementary school getting picked up in a Tesla. Not only do I think that's pretty unusual anywhere, I'd say it's really weird for the small farming community that I live in. Does Tesla make tractors now? Ahead of his first game back in D.C. after signing with the Phillies, outfielder Bryce Harper put a message on social media thanking the fans and the Nationals organization for his time there. So of course the Nats faithful were grateful and expressed their love for their departed star. Of course not. Harper was roundly booed in D.C. But Harper also hit a massive 2-run home run, punctuated by an epic bat flip. There is a report that the reported 10-year, $300 million deal that the Nationals offered Harper the final weekend of last season was just handed to Harper in an envelope during a rain delay. I mean, why would you do that and not make a formal offer through his agent if it wasn't just a CYA, "we tried" offer? Extension mania continues in MLB as the Braves have locked up young superstar Ronald Acuna Jr. with an 8-year, $100 million deal that will keep him in Atlanta through the 2026 season. Demetrius Bell says now the Braves need to build a team around Acuna. Michael Bowman notes that Acuna is just another player who accepted a deal far below his true market value. Craig Calcaterra tries to explain why a player can get $100 million and still be considered underpaid. Bill Bear explains why using diacritical marks on the names of players who use them is important. I have to say that I've been inconsistent on this front. Some of that is not wanting to take the time to figure out the right way to do it. Some if it is that our automatic linking software doesn't work with the diacritical marks. I'll try to do a better job in the future, but I can't promise that I'll always get it right. However, in the case of Kike Hernandez, it's vitally important that you don't forget the marks. Acuna isn't the only player to sign an extension. The Rockies inked pitcher German Marquez to a 5-year, $43 million deal. Marquez said he signed the deal because of the Colorado schools. No, not really, and the Blue Jays signed outfielder Randall Grich up to a 5-year, $52 million extension. More bad news for the Nationals as shortstop Trey Turner suffered a broken finger on a bunt attempt. He's expected to miss several weeks. Rockies infielder Daniel Murphy will miss at least a month with his broken finger. Yankees third baseman Miguel Andujar has a small labrum tear. He's going to miss at least 2 weeks, but season-ending surgery is still a possibility. Buster Olney looks at some trade options that the Yankees might pursue to replace Andujar. ESPN sub, REQ, the Reds' top pitching prospect, Hunter Greene, will have Tommy John surgery. High school pitchers who throw 100 miles per hour have a terrible track record staying healthy. Luckily, Greene is still just 19. Jay Jaffe looks at the Brewers' options now that closer Corey Knebel is having Tommy John surgery. The Giants made a move to improve their anemic outfield by trading for Kevin Pillar from the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays got pitcher Derek Law, infielder Alan Hansen and a minor league pitcher. Dan Szymborski writes that Pillar is now the best outfielder on the Giants, which is a bit like saying Wayne Sermon is the coolest member of Imagine Dragons. Yes, I had to look up the name of someone in Imagine Dragons. Szymborski also notes that while getting Pillar makes the Giants better, they'd have to get at least 2 more outfielders as good as Pillar or better to even have a small chance of making the playoffs. In a different trade, the Padres picked up right-handed reliever Matt Whistler from the Reds for a minor league pitcher. The Reds had earlier designated Whistler for assignment. The Royals got catcher Andrew Susac from the Orioles in exchange for cash considerations. Orioles manager Brandon Hyde pulled starter David Hess in the 7th inning after only 82 pitches. Hess was throwing a no-hitter at the time. Some people are really upset about this. That's just one of many similar pieces. Jay Jeffy looks at the new trend of pulling pitchers with a no-hitter. A gif of Hess' face when he got pulled is quickly making the rounds on social media. See the picture above, at that link. However, you also get an explanation from Hyde as to why he did it, and Hess saying he was surprised he was pulled, but he appreciates how much his skipper cares about his health. David Schoenfield evaluates Brewer outfielder Christian Yelich's strong start to the 2019 season. Sung-Min Kim gives a scouting report on Mariners pitcher Yusei Kikuchi after his first 2 starts. Mike Axisa looks at the early trends of the 2019 season. More strikeouts. Michael Bowman makes the case for teams trying to steal more bases. Sam Miller lists the minimum accomplishments of each MLB team for their season to be considered a success. Ken Rosenthal has 6 managers who are on the hot seat. The Athletic sub, REQ, yes, Joe Maddon is on it. Do Hyung Park profiles the legend of La Tortuga Twins catcher Williams Astudillo. Hall of Fame manager Bobby Cox has been hospitalized after suffering a possible stroke. The security at Dodger Stadium is being criticized again in the aftermath of another violent attack in the parking lot. Lenny Dykstra says he's going to sue his former teammate Ron Darling over Darling's book that says that Dykstra repeatedly screamed racist slurs at Red Sox pitcher Oyalkin Boyd in the 1986 World Series. Between Ron Darling and Lenny Dykstra, I know which one I believe. And finally, here's a collection of the best Sox in baseball for the 2019 season. Sox, not socks. And tomorrow will be a better day than today, Buster.